So now that it's another year, I started thinking to myself and kind of reflecting on the past year of iPhones and improvements and all those other things that we saw. And one of the things that I keep coming back to, and at least one of the most shocking things that ended up happening, was how much the iPhone 10 actually was impacted by the iOS 16 update, and how iOS 16 actually ended up helping the iPhone 10, and honestly helping, I guess in a way, lasting it, making it last a little bit longer. So with the iPhone 10, this was a phone that, $1,000 flagship from 2017, great device for the most part. There's a few issues here and there when it first came out, but since then, it was one of those iPhones I kept looking back to and recommending people, hey, if you don't want to buy the latest iPhone, there's the iPhone 10 literally sitting there waiting for you to go ahead and buy it if you want to. They're available all over the place, and they were a very good option. But what ended up happening was that with an iOS 16, at least with iOS 15, Apple started removing a bunch of features for the iPhone 10, at least not giving it the amount of features that the iPhone XS ended up getting, which was honestly very weird. But what shocked me the most with iOS 16 was that Apple ended up again removing the features and everything. But when I actually ended up using that device and actually maneuvering around through it, it was a very smooth phone. It was almost as fast as it was I wouldn't say as fast, but it was a very fast phone for the most part. It had tons of glitches, tons of issues as always, but throughout iOS 16 it ended up getting better and better. Although some of my other iPhones I did experience a lot of issues, the iPhone 10 for the most part, it kind of was very smooth, which was very interesting. But the craziest thing ended up happening was when I ended up doing some battery comparisons. My iPhone 10 outlasted a lot of different iPhones that should not have been beating it. I mean, the iPhone XR I think didn't outlast my iPhone 10. My iPhone 10 I think beat my iPhone 11 as well. It was outperforming my iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone 8s, which is expected. But the fact that the iPhone 10 ended up doing better than even the iPhone XS and XR is actually crazy in and of itself. The fact that that specific older iPhone was able to last, that much longer was insane in my opinion. And although the iPhone 10, like I said, is an older iPhone, it's not brand new anymore, the fact that that iPhone also had a degraded battery is actually pretty insane that it ended up lasting as long as it did. So at the end of the day, I look at the iPhone 10 and I'm still kind of shocked how great of a job again, Apple did with it, but also the fact that iOS 16 ended up lasting as long as it did and ended up giving this phone almost like a new breath. I wish it did go ahead and last a little bit longer in terms of software support. I wish it could get like iOS 20. I also wish Apple didn't remove as many features and restrict it as much, but I think at the end of the day, Apple did a tremendous job with this phone, and I'm still very happy with the way they approached it in my opinion. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Solon.